Yes, people, how we doing? Good evening. Welcome back to Ain Sports, another live show on Pole Position Pod. We've got two F1 events happening today. We had the sprint race. Obviously, we previewed the sprint race yesterday, and today we're going to review the sprint race as also preview the race. So tomorrow we've got the actual race. Today we had the quali and the sprint. It's been an eventful day. As a Ferrari fan, I can't lie. It's still been a bit iffy. But Super Max Verstappen is the title in the video today. But Augustia, how are you, bro? Hope you're well.
Max Verstappen. Man, Mad Max is in a league of his own. Honestly, King, I'm going to repeat the phrase. You may disagree with it slightly, but I said it before and I'll say it again. The gap between the best and the rest hasn't been this big in years, maybe ever. What an unbelievable drive for Max in the sprint. Only he could pull that off. Obviously, the first one overtakes for the McLarens. And when I mean overtakes, I mean getting overtaken by Charles and Max was quite a sight to see. The only thing I would have hoped to have seen is this guy's face when that happened. You know, he's not even on screen. He's hiding from me. I would have loved to have seen Liam's face when both Max and Charles overtook your precious little no championship winning drivers in Oscar.
Who was on podium again in qualifying? Who was on podium again? Let me hear. Who is it? McLaren.
Wait, I didn't realize a race was won on Saturday, Liam. But
race is already won.
Anyways, unbelievable for Max. Again, unparalleled, everything about it. He just made the one mistake, I think lap 11, lap 12, diving a bit too deep. In the same corner, I think Lewis had the spin in yesterday. Apart from that, it was flawless. It was perfect. It was extraordinary. Composure to defend the McLarens, and even Oscar Piastri attempting to overtake him on Eau Rouge, and Max defending that all very well. Cool, calm, collected drive. And then the quality, of course, guys. Kevin, you mentioned Ferrari. I didn't know Lewis Hamilton drove today, so I don't know what you're talking about, but I didn't see him out there today. So I'm waiting.
Leclerc, bruv.
Oh, I mean Leclerc is him and Max have been the two best drivers this weekend.
Agreed.
But Lewis Hamilton, I can't wait to see him back next week. Yeah.
Liam, hope you're well, bro.
Yeah, I'm good. I would say I wasn't expecting Max to overtake immediately into lap one. To be honest, I could see that if Oscar had more battery ERS in his car, he would have been able to overtake Max by turn 7, turn 8. But you can tell that I think he was trying his best, but he just couldn't. So I think he was providing a tow to Lando Norris so that they can both get a podium. But it was complete bullshit. I knew that he wouldn't overtake. As long as he knew what he was doing, he got what he wanted. P2 was more than enough for him, and he was happy with it. He wasn't disappointed. That was pretty fun.
King, welcome back.
I was close to being right about the about the sprint race.
I literally messaged me saying you were this close. Like King could actually be right. Literally messaged me on the group chat that me and Augustia have, right? Bro, you were so close to actually getting a spot on. I was like, what the actual fuck is going on with this guy this week? I was like,
he went from king to prince.
Yeah, unfortunately, the Ferrari didn't do me justice. I was more hoping than anything realistic when it came to Charles. But I did know that Max was going to win the sprint race. I felt like he was going to be a cut above the rest. Even though all of you guys said Piastri, who didn't. Not only did he not win, he got beat on Eau Rouge, and he didn't get his get back. And yeah, man, Max was brilliant. He defended both the McLarens off, pretty much controlled the race, kept it at his pace, like Augustia said. I still don't agree with that he's that far better than everyone else. I just think he is better. He is the best on the grid. No doubt about that. Outside of that, it was for my team, it was a poor race for one side of the grid and for the other. What's happening? Oh, private chat's going crazy.
That's what you're spitting.
This is the funniest show on the channel. Like, forget other football talks, whatever. This is the funniest show on because we always talk about F1. Yeah, as Ferrari fans, we got nothing to talk about this year. We might as well just joke around the show. You know what I mean? Next year will be the year we, as Ferrari fans, hopefully start smiling again. I say
Sorry.
that. I say that big if. So we'll
No,
see.
I was happy with what Charles did. Obviously, he
No,
raced his
same.
own race for the
Same,
most
same.
part.
Same.
It looked good when he passed Lando Norris, but the superior McLaren got their get back there. And then Hamilton just didn't have anything. Hamilton didn't really have anything in the sprint race. I just don't think he had. I just think it
very unlucky with that quality. But go on with the go on
with sprint quali.
No. Just finish what you're saying first. I'll get on to it.
I'm talking about the sprint race.
Yeah.
He just wasn't good enough on the sprint race. I don't think he did anything really. He just got past Albon in like the second to last lap. It's not good enough considering the car has pace in it, and I feel like over 15 laps he could have got more places. Outside of that, yeah, in terms of the qualifying.
Oh my days! Sorry, I can't keep a straight face. This is too funny.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, Kai. That's disrespectful. But yeah, the greats can make mistakes. Some of your favorite drivers have made mistakes in the past, including Max this season. So it doesn't really matter on that part. But yeah, Lewis Hamilton in terms of the qualifying, yeah, he made a mistake in terms of going out of track limits, which was unfortunate. In terms of quali, I would say this. It was an interesting quali. I liked it a lot. Charles got a P3, which was not expected. I just think that Charles shouldn't have got P3. I think Verstappen made a mistake in the quali. He made a mistake in the first sector. He should have been quicker, especially when he got the second round in the Q3 with the new tire. He should have been much closer to the McLarens than he was. And I think if I'm Max, I'm upset that I'm P4. He should have been P2 if he never made that mistake. Outside of that, everything else expected. Obviously, unfortunate for Kimi and Lewis, both out in Q1 in both the sprint and the regular quali, but we'll see what happens going forward. But yeah.
Yeah, my point, obviously, what I was gonna say was the qualifying that all four wheels were crossed the line. I didn't see it personally. I didn't even bother seeing the highlights. I was literally just like sat there seeing the what you call the garage of, what was it, Ferrari, or was it Ferrari? Oh, Kick Sauber or something. And then all of a sudden they start announcing that Lewis Hamilton's lap time got deleted. I was like, what the actual fuck? I'm like, can it get from bad to worse for Lewis? Like, genuinely. He didn't even get a single point off of the sprints. Now he's gotten dumped out of quality because of an accident. I'd say, do you know what it is? The sprint one was more his fault. This one was really accidental.
No, it's the other way around. The sprint one was an accident. Well, the sprint one was the car, because obviously they said there was a mechanical error with the back of the car. The qualifying one was his fault, because you know what the lines are. Don't risk it. Everyone knows that everyone has to deal with the same rules. A lot of laps got deleted. You didn't need to do that. You didn't need to go that far into the corner in Eau Rouge. You would have still gone through comfortably into Q1. Yeah. There was pace in the car. Charles showed that there's pace in the car. So Lewis Hamilton has to look at the mirror and say the weekend was on him. He didn't do well enough over the course of the weekend so far. He needs to pull out a great race, because if he doesn't, it's been a terrible weekend for him. So stop blaming Ferrari, stop blaming the car, blame himself. Sometimes it's the driver, and in this case, it was the driver. Is what it is.
Big up, my bro. Big up to you, man. Man's at Albon P5, bro. Albon. Let's talk about Alex Albon, man. Let's talk about Alex Albon. Like, even Kai was saying nobody expected Albon to be better than Sainz this season, including myself, an Albon fan, bro. Like, let's just talk. Let's just deep this, right? Alex Albon being better than Carlos Sainz is not on my. It's not on my memo. It's not on my record books for this season. It was not on my, like, how would you say it, my predictions. Because I thought Carlos Sainz would still be the better driver, but wow. Like, Alex Albon in the podiums recently, fair play to him. He's actually really stepped his game up in recent races, I think. So yeah, Alex Albon P5, listen, that's gonna be something interesting. Gonna be something interesting. But in terms of, like, obviously Lewis Hamilton, yeah, awful week for him this week. Awful week. Can it get worse? Probably tomorrow. I don't see him finishing in the top 10 tomorrow. I think this is going to be a tough week for him. I think it's going to be a really tough week for him. Maybe he might get 9th or 10th. Possibly there's a chance he could get 9th or 10th. But I just don't see him, like, finishing high 8th, 7th. I don't, unless some miracle happens, like there's a huge crash out and then Lewis Hamilton just goes straight through. I don't see it happening this weekend for Lewis because, bro, the sprints, I can't lie. Like, I think Charles Leclerc did well. I think he did well for his own good. I think he did for himself. He did brilliant. Like, to be in front of, what was it, Lando? To be in front of Lando Norris, fair play to him. He did what he could. He did all he could. Tried to defend his lead. He couldn't do that. Unfortunately, Lando's pace was just too much for him. Fair play to Charles. Did what he could do, but in terms of, obviously, Max Verstappen, bro, incredible. From, what was it? He finished, what was it, P3 yesterday? He finished like, what, P3 yesterday or P2? I couldn't remember what it was.
Second, right behind
He was
P2.
P2.
Overtook him at Eau Rouge.
Unbelievable drive, man. Unbelievable drive. Way to defend your lead, Max. Way to defend your lead. Honestly, just gotta give credit to him where it's due, because that Red Bull car has struggled all year long. It struggled all year long. And to come out with that result yesterday, to overtake the McLarens and finish on top of them, fair play. Fair fucking play. Honestly. Like, it's hard to, not compliment Max Verstappen after that. It's hard to compliment Max after that. I don't know what's so funny, I guess, yeah.
That's exactly why I muted my mic. It's making me fucking smile
Sorry,
for
keep
some
talking. I'll text in the chat. I'll get you demonetized if I say it.
No
You gotta
worries.
protect me at sports first.
I know. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
You're gonna be shutting your camera in about 30 seconds after I tell you.
Just write it on Priv chat.
Fine,
already.
bro. I don't really give a shit, bro.
Hey, Keep talking.
I've seen worse. Anyways, anywho, still give credit to Max though, finishing P1 after McLaren dominated yesterday's sprint quali. So listen, I mean, do I think he'll win the race tomorrow? He's got a good chance to win tomorrow, in my opinion. I actually think Max Verstappen has a very good chance to win tomorrow. I've seen enough pace from him this week to tell you that he has a good chance of winning tomorrow. However, that's if he can get through the final sector with his tires, and it depends on the weather as well tomorrow. Like King mentioned earlier, it depends on the weather, doesn't it? If it rains, then it could be a different result. So yeah, credit to Max, credit to Charles. I think both the best drivers on the weekend. Like Garcia said, so far, them two have been the best. I agree. Even in qualifying, Charles Leclerc finishing P3, that's brilliant. That's good enough. Like, for me, that's good enough. I think he's definitely got the chance to get podium tomorrow. He's got a good chance to. Do I think he wins the race? Obviously not. Don't see it. I think Max will be slightly faster than him this weekend. Slightly faster. Let me get through the other comments as well before we move on.
Wait, can I talk on a couple of the points you said first?
Sure.
Couple things. In terms of race winner tomorrow, Piastri is going to win the race. It's better to be P2 than P1 in Spa. I don't think Max has a chance because when it comes to his car in particular, my sound's fine. When it comes to his car in particular, he's gonna have the problem of dealing with the tires degradation that the McLarens aren't. So they're gonna be able to go further on their car in dries and in wets. So in either condition, I think Piastri wins the race for me. Max at most will go P2 or P3. So Piastri will win the race tomorrow, even if it does rain. In terms of Hamilton has the potential to get at least as high as 7th, because the Ferrari does have pace in the car. It's just about getting it in the right spot, getting the tires in the right spot, and not using the mediums. I think we're poor in the mediums. I think if he goes hard and goes long, pause, then he'll be able
Sorry,
to.
I couldn't catch that. What'd you say?
Oh God, I couldn't. Oh God,
If
why
he
did you
goes
say
on the
that?
anyway, as I was saying, if he goes on the hards and goes long,
Pause. No. Sorry. I never heard King say pause for his own wording. No.
Welcome to the club, Kim.
This is new. No, this is new, man. This is new.
no, because that was a pause moment. I said hard and long. That's pause. Anyway, yeah, Hamilton does have the potential to get P7 or P8. And then Albon should be ahead of Sainz. He's been at the Williams team for multiple years compared to Sainz's first year. It would be a disgrace if Albon wasn't above Sainz at this moment. Albon is a good driver. People need to realize that the second driver of Red Bull is cursed. You see all those second drivers leave that hell and become better, especially the younger drivers when it comes to Gasly and Albon. Look at Gasly. He's getting top 10s with an Alpine. You look at Albon, for the most part this season, he's been in control, and that Williams, whether it's been indifferent or not, obviously they've had bad weekends, but when their car is on, he is on. And yeah, Gasly's been one of the most consistent drivers as well. So, but I'm going to say it again, Red Bull creates great drivers. They just never give them the car because they're so reliant on Max Verstappen when it comes to the main car. So when even Yuki, congrats to him to being up top 10 in qualifying for the first time, I think, in a long time as well.
Yeah.
And I feel like even if Yuki goes to Cadillac or leaves Red Bull, he's gonna flourish. Or if he goes to Aston Martin because of the Honda connection, maybe he will flourish wherever he goes next as well. So I think the Red Bull second driver is a curse more than a blessing. And I think that for the younger drivers, once they move on, they have good Formula One careers if they do move on to a new team. And yeah, that's my thoughts. Yeah. Sorry, you can go through the comments.
No, it's okay, bro. I'm glad you got your points out. As soon as Horner left Yuki, quali P3 is very strange. Yuki almost got eliminated, by the way. Yuki was this close to getting eliminated. Very, very close.
Yeah, his sector 3 was kind of worrying. When he got into sector 3, I was scared.
I thought Hamilton was going to be eliminated in the actual race, but he made it out, unfortunately, obviously, to end up getting eliminated by the no time bullshit. He almost got eliminated with the time, with the actual what do you call it? I would say quality time, but the FIA said out of here, straight out of here, because your lap time got deleted. And I'm like, all right, fuck that. It just goes from bad to worse from Lewis Hamilton this weekend, isn't it? Will Norris overtake Piastri this weekend? Possibly. There's a good chance.
Let's hope so. I mean, let's hope for a safety car. It could give other drivers opportunity to overtake after once the safety car goes in, if it's needed. I mean, depends also on the weather also as well.
Depends on the weather, right? If it's a wet race tomorrow, it's going to be intermediate.
Let's say if it's a wet race, then let's hope it's not going to be that many DNFs. If it's going to be another race where it's just going to be the safety car, then
isn't it going to be intermediate? Isn't it going to be intermediate tomorrow if it's a wet race?
I think it might be intermediate tomorrow if it rains. If not, it's just probably going to be medium hard strategy for the drivers.
Yeah. It depends. There's a chance of rain. It's not exact if there's going to be rain. One of them where it might come in between in the race. It might just be like a rain-ish, where it's like you have to go between slicks to rain to slicks, something like that.
Will Tsunoda actually score? There's a chance. I mean, he finished P7, right? I mean, he can score. If he finishes in the top 10, he scored. So, excuse me. So yeah.
Oscar will have analysis right there.
Oscar will have Lando's number in turn 1.
Yeah, I believe Kyle with that one. Yeah, that's what I said. That's what's gonna happen.
What's with the Williams one driver tends to do well and the other doesn't?
driving skill.
Inconsistency, maybe.
I think
For
James
me, it's
Vowles,
mostly inconsistency from the driver.
correct me if I'm wrong, guys. I think when James Vowles came to Williams 2023, he said the first 3 years he's at Williams before the new regs next year, 2023, 2024, 2025, he wants to completely and utterly experiment. That is the sole priority, not the standings, just experimenting, finding and optimizing those right setups. You can even break the car if needs be. So for Vowles, I think the reason the results are so erratic is because one driver is experimenting with this, another driver is experimenting with that. So with Williams, I wouldn't necessarily look at their results so much just like Ferrari, because all the eggs are in the basket for next year. But yeah, I mean, it's a good question for sure. I mean, they definitely have a driver pairing that I would argue is among the best on the grid, maybe top 2 or top 3 in terms of just balance, measured ability, and ability to compete. But that is a very good question as well. Kai talks.
Oh yeah, can I add to that as well? I think if they're gonna do experiment, like you said, Sainz is probably the better one to do the experiments because he's a more experienced driver. So he would be the one where you would have the experiment, while Albon is the one who's used to the car. So you have him to get the points, Sainz to do the experimenting. That would make the most sense. So Sainz is probably on the weird setups, most likely, especially because he's been in the sport longer.
Yeah, and at this stage of the season, King, what is Albon's gap to Sainz in terms of points? I think it's a considerable amount, right? A significant gap.
How much though? Like what, 10, 15 points?
Albon has 46, Sainz has 16, so 30 points.
Oh
Yeah,
shit!
when you're in the
Okay,
midfield,
that's-
you're not going to make up that margin unless there's some DNFs and crashes. And
Yeah.
But it's not too many
So
points. Though. That's not too much of a gap though.
Yeah, but Kevin,
30,
remember,
30 points is a lot for a medium team.
Yeah.
Kevin, you only get a handful of points at max below the top 5, top 5 to 10. So,
Yeah, you still
that's
have a
gonna
lot of
be
ways to go.
that's going to be a mountain to climb, and Carlos Sainz is not only going to Solskjaer. Mountains are not there to be climbed in that midfield battle. So what they need to do, I agree with King, is because money also matters, money and development time. You still are Williams, you aren't the richest team monetarily. What you need to do is prioritize Albon, I think. Have Sainz predominantly take on those experimental setups, get some money for next year, and then next year, hopefully, you can be competing for race wins.
Yeah, they're best of the rest. They're 5th right now, so they should stay 5th.
I agree.
They will comfortably get points every weekend, and there'll be times where Sainz will be top 10.
Declared awesome. Flags. The thing is, Albon's time at Red Bull wasn't even that bad. He was better than Gasly at Red Bull by a mile. He had the less experience. Alex was meant to be in Formula One. He was never destined to be in F1. Fair enough. Agreed. Alex Albon at Red Bull wasn't that bad. I agree 100%. But it's just
No, they both were bad just because the car was bad.
But it wasn't as bad as it wasn't as bad as Gasly at Red Bull, was it?
No, they both were bad. Listen, it was the car more than them at that time. But but they've both shown that they're great drivers. Look at Gasly at Alpine, look at Albon at Williams. So if anything, it's better that they were bad at Red Bull, because why would you want to be there now? Gasly's basically Mr. Alpine. He's the leader of the French team, and Albon's the leader of Williams. So they've benefited from that time at Red Bull being bad.
Yeah, and Gasly is the master of the wets, right? We've seen what he's done this season. We saw what he did in Brazil last year, what he did at Silverstone this year. So if it is going to rain tomorrow, which I think all signs are headed towards mixed conditions, it might even be, as King, you were saying, not just rain periodically, but rain in certain parts of the track, like Silverstone, where a certain sector was wet, another sector was dry, because Spa is that big, right? Some clouds could come.
It's a long track.
So,
yeah.
In mixed conditions like that, Pierre Gasly is one of the premier drivers on the grid, for sure, hands down, no doubt for the Frenchman.
Yeah. If it's mixed conditions, expect Hamilton to go way up. Expect someone in the bottom 5 to get to the top 3, just cause.
I'd agree with you, King, but just for the lack of overtaking opportunities and his confidence, life and sports, confidence is
not just him. It could be Kimi. It could be any one of those. But if it's mixed condition, if it's bad rain, like it was in Silverstone, like that's what happened to Hulkenberg. Hulkenberg went from 16 to 3rd, I think, if I'm wrong. So it's gonna happen to one of them. It can happen. One of the bottom 5 can, if they get the right decisions, because obviously the bottom 5 they've got, but they can have more riskier strategies, which helps. So let's say you start on the hards, meaning you can go longer. So if rains happens like 40 laps in, you can still stay on the hards longer and then go into the for example, to the wets. So you can be more trickier with your decision making. You can, as Augustia says, subvert the norm if you're down below, rather than the top guys are just gonna do what they normally do.
Respect to Gasly and Albon, they're both as good as each other. I wouldn't say they're both as good as each other. I'll be honest with you. I think Albon's shown this year that he's the better driver in my opinion. He's shown
No. They're the same. They're the same. They're as good as each other.
I think Albon's slightly gone above, slightly. Yuki's new floor helped for sure. What was the upgrade? Yuki, like he had the upgrade to his car this weekend.
Floor upgrade to the bottom of his car. No, not your specifications. What's the benefit of the floor upgrade? But you can see that it benefited him to go to P7.
Yeah.
Well,
made it more comfortable for him, I guess.
Yeah.
It rained the past 10 years at Spa.
He's not wrong.
It could be something that tomorrow we might see rain then. At least expect somewhat of a rain tomorrow in the race. So okay, we'll have 2 predictions. When Augusta comes back, we'll make predictions, yeah?
Yep.
Oh, I think he's back. Never mind.
Guys, I'm always on cue. I'm him.
Man said he was going to dip for 10-15 minutes, man. He's back at... It was like 50 seconds, I swear.
Of course. What takes everyone 10 minutes takes me a few minutes.
But what are your thoughts on Yuki's new floor? Like, do you think... Augusta, what are your thoughts on Yuki's new floor?
I think it's very encouraging. I mean, Yuki Tsunoda doesn't have the upgrades Max has. So heading into this weekend, I think Max had almost all the upgrades Red Bull had up until the summer break. And then Red Bull made it clear that they'll give Yuki the rest of the package after the summer break. So everyone was like, okay, already inherently that car is tailored towards Max's needs. So 1, Max advantage. 2, his name is Maximilian Verstappen. Enough said. He'll put 4th, 5, 10s between you if you don't have equal cars. So Yuki had a significant advantage. Yet the fact that he didn't get the full set of upgrades and he still managed to make it into Q3 after another underwhelming display yesterday, I think it's very encouraging. I think Yuki will be happy. For him, it's regain confidence up until the end of the season and then see what Red Bull's project is, what's their purpose for the next few years, right? Rebuild with a new engine, a completely new engine manufacturer. And then by the end of the new regulations, if Yuki is one of the 2 drivers to be in it, by then he'll be polished. But apart from that, Ekavin, in the micro short term, I do think Yuki will be satisfied finishing within the top 10.
And who do you think is the better driver between Gasly and Albon? I think Albon's slightly he's slightly the better driver now, if you ask me, slightly.
I think Pierre in the wets, Albon in the dry.
Okay.
But obviously...
Yeah, sorry, go on. It's okay. Go on.
Obviously, their 10 years at Red Bull, for both of them, weren't their best quality of work, for sure.
Yeah.
They've done better.
Can I add to that conversation
in Spa, by the way? So tomorrow, we're gonna make 2 predictions. We're gonna do if it rains and if it doesn't rain. So 10 years, apparently 10 years in Spa, 10 years in a row. That's crazy.
Yeah. Can I add to the Gasly album conversation?
Big up to you, bro. Let me just get to the comments quickly and I'll let you go, yeah? Big up to Ashaba. Big up to you, bro. Big up to you, man. King, that was good. That was a good point. We basically said use science as a test genuine pick. He was very good technical feedback. As much as I rate Bortoletto and Kimi, they need to both step up. Fair enough. I agree. Kimi's had a bad week this week. He needs to fix that next week. Can the guys in the top and the bottom right put your YouTube channels in the chat? Thank you. I'll do that. Don't worry. I'll put it in the chat for you. Don't worry. I'll do that. But King, sorry, you can make a point, bro. You can make a point.
I'll make points on both the Bortoletto thing first. In terms of Bortoletto, he's had a great weekend. P9 in the sprint, just outside the points with that kick salva, and top 10 in the qualifying. So I just think people need to understand that Bortoletto's on a unfortunately he's in a bad car compared to the driver that he is. He did win F2 last season, so he's used to being in a winning car. Now he's in a losing car. So that's when you make that step up and you're not in the best car in terms of him. You can't really judge his performances based on him as a driver when his car isn't up to snuff. But now the car looks a bit better. You can see that he's actually performing better than Hulkenberg in some parts, and sometimes Hulkenberg better than him. But Hulkenberg's an experienced driver who's been here for years. And I think Bortoletto, when they move to Audi and improve the car over time, you're going to see the best of him. And finally, when it comes to Gasly Albon, it's the same thing. You can't really judge them on who's better because they're in different types of cars. Gasly, for the most part, has been in a worse car. The Alpine, for the most part, has been terrible. So much so that they used to be Renault, but Renault even doesn't want to be associated with the team, and that's why they're called Alpine now, because they've been that bad. And then when Williams, with Vowles, has been a much better team, much better car. So it's very hard to kind of look at two drivers unless they're in the same team when you're kind of comparing them. You can compare their performances and say that they're both the leaders of their teams. You can both say that they outperform their cars. You can say that they can get podiums when needed. Gasly's got podiums, Albon's been up there as well. So it's very hard to compare two drivers in different cars. Same with the rookies. That's why you have to actually look at how good the car is and how are they performing in that car. That's when you decide how you decide the better driver. But it's hard because it's not like F2 where all the cars are the same. They're all different. And you get hamstrung by some of your cars as well. So yeah. Also, the other thing, there's priorities to the number one drivers in certain teams. So you may not get the certain packages that other drivers do. So Bortoletto isn't the number one driver in his team. So he's not going to get everything he needs to succeed in that car. But when Albon and Gasly, with their situation is Alpine is terrible compared to where Williams is run by one of the best. So that's the difference.
Don't get me wrong, I rate Bortoletto. I've been watching him since F3, and I'm watching him since F3 and F2 champion for a reason. Fair enough, Kai. I trust your judgment, bro.
Yeah,
Sorry, go on.
Can I piggyback on to Kai real quick?
Yeah,
He's 100% right. Everyone, when we talk about rookies, we talk about King, your chosen one, Hadger the Badger, who, don't get me wrong, has been outstanding. In this many races, he has been the outstanding rookie. And Kimi Antonelli, for obvious reasons. I mean, he's the next Max Verstappen. But Gabby Bortoletto, this man has finished above Hulkenberg in 6 of the last 8 qualifying sessions. He's finished above them in many recent races leading up to Silverstone. And Hulkenberg is no slouch, by the way. Some people will say, hey, Silverstone was the exception. It was circumstantial. I'd say partially, but also it was very good defending from Hulkenberg. Unbelievable composure to feed off and defend Lewis Hamilton. At the same time, Nico Hulkenberg, I think, and I've said this for a while, is the most underrated driver on the grid. Period. No doubt about that. Look at the results he's put in over the last few years. Coming back to Formula One in Haas, basically carrying that load, carrying that package, and being able to put Haas up in the points positions week in and week out. And I think what Gabby Bortoletto is doing right now is remarkable. If there was a Rookie of the Month, like there is in the NBA, I think Bortoletto, there is a high claim that it's between him and Behrman. So Key, that is a very good shout. And if Audi have the package, I would not be surprised if Bortoletto reach for the stars and the sky.
Yuki still doesn't have the same rear wing as Max. I mean, at the moment, Yuki is only just slowly getting back into it. I think Yuki's in the last few weeks, obviously, he's like you mentioned about the floor, that he's improved the floor of his car. That's only going to help him going forward now. I think eventually they'll sort of get his car to the rhythm that he needs to get into. But as of right now, yeah, Max Verstappen's car's level still above. Like, it's going to be hard to get Yuki's car to the exact same. Obviously, you're in the Red Bull car. It's no like in the same team, but to get to Max's car, to get to the same level as Max's car, you're going to have to do a lot more work. because I think they just switched up. Don't forget, they just switched up mid-season. So, and I think King mentioned it as well. They had to switch up, and rightly so. I mean, Ollie Behrman and sorry, was it Ollie Behrman? It was Ollie Behrman, wasn't it? That switched up. It was Ollie Behrman, right? That was in the seat of the Red Bull. Sorry, was it
No,
Ollie Behrman?
Liam Lawson.
Liam
It was
Lawson.
It was Lawson.
I got them mixed up. Sorry, Liam Lawson. Rightly so. They had to switch mid-season, so I think they're only going to get into the rhythm this season now. They're only going to get into the rhythm, I'd say, by next few weeks. I think Yuki will be a top 6, top 7 consistent driver in the next few weeks, depending on obviously, like you said, the upgrades that they make in the coming weeks. But as of right now, it's looking promising for Yuki. Right now. I think it's looking good. I rate Hajar, but I think Gabriel has more promise. I could be wrong. What do you think of this? I think Hajar's still on the level that he is. I think him playing for him driving for Racing Balls, maybe it might be a bit, obviously you can't really judge because it is a Red Bull sister car. If you put Isaac Hajar and Gabriel Bortoleto in a stronger car, let's ask that question then. Who would you think be the better driver going into? Who do you think will be the better driver? I'm leaning towards Hajar.
Isaac Hajar, definitely Hajar.
What do you think, Liam?
I would say Isaac Hajar. He has the potential and he has the mentality to be a better driver if he's being put into a stronger car. To be honest, he has more potential. He's better. He's one of those drivers who could be the next best rookie, but for me, I would say the best rookie is Hajar, and then it's Behrman.
Fair. Thoughts on that, guys? Anyone else want to add?
Oh yeah, I'll say this. For me, Bortoleto's not in the car to compete with the others in terms of. I think if he was in a top car, I think he'll be the best rookie. I think he can even be better than Kimi.
Okay.
He's talented enough to do it. This is the thing about, put it this way, Bortoleto, Kimi, Behrman, Hajar will be in Formula 1 for the next 5 to 10 years. Out of those 4, one of them will become the next guy. Out of those 4, unfortunately, Bortoleto has the hardest chance because he needs to believe that Audi becomes a good car. Kimi has the best chance because he's in Mercedes. Second best chance is Behrman because he's gonna move to Ferrari. Third is Hajar because we Red Bull fraud. We don't know what that's gonna be, and then fourth is Bortoleto and Audi. So unfortunately, based on the seats that they're in, that's the issue. And with the pairing that McLaren has, McLaren isn't going to be a seat that's going to be open for a long time. Williams is not going to be open. So some of the better cars aren't going to be open. Aston Martin might be a team that may look at one of those 4 in the future. As I said, if Mercedes go for Max, get rid of George Russell. He's not world champion material. Neither is Charles and neither is Lando Norris at this moment. So if Max is available, Mercedes just stick with Max and Kimi because Kimi can become world championship material. But yeah, out of those 4 rookies, it's up in the air. But for me, I think Bortoleto, as I said, he's won the championships in F2 and F3, like Kai said. So if he's beating these guys in the same car, of course he can beat these guys if he's got a better car. You put him in that McLaren instead of Lando, I think he gives a tougher championship race to Piastri than Lando does. That's how much I rate him. So yeah, I think he can be the best rookie. It's just unfortunately it's about what car you're in, not how good of a driver you are. To a certain extent. But once you're in the big cars, then it's the driver. But at the car he's in, yeah, he's got no chance to be the best rookie currently. We'll see in the future. We'll see. Next year, 2026, we'll find out which rookies are going to have the best chance. I'm going to say Kimi out of them 4, but in terms of talent, Bortoleto.
Yeah, I think the Bortoleto Hulkenberg dynamic kind of reminds me of Apex GP. You kind of do have the Sonny Hayes and Joshua Pierce vibe, except without the arrogance, because
Yeah.
neither driver is super arrogant, super flamboyant, playful, narcissistic, whatever terminology you want to use. So I agree with King. I think in terms of pure pace, peak pace, I would probably say Kimi or Hajar. But in terms of overall talent and reliability, I think Bortoleto, as King you indicated to his results earlier, right? One Formula 3, one Formula 2. The stats don't lie, numbers don't lie. So I think under Hulkenberg, what will increase Bortoleto's potential and odds of succeeding in the sport compared to Hadjar is Hadjar, as much as today he's in a quicker car, tomorrow he might not even be in a car because that Red Bull dynamic right now is so uncertain. We don't know which car he'll be in. Could he be bumped up to Red Bull? Could he stay in Racing Bulls? God knows what you want. If Red Bull are going to get new shareholders, if that whole dynamic is going to shift completely, new owners love to implement their own identity. So you never know what could happen overall to the picture. No one's seat in Formula One is safe at the end of the day, especially when you have guys like Drugovic, for example, or Alex Dunn, as Key Talk said in the chat. So with Hadjar, he has the uncertainty. He has a lot more pressure right now as well. Whereas Bortoleto, under the stewardship of Hulkenberg, in a team that has obviously Jonathan Wheatley, who is one of the best minds in Formula One today, hands down, no ifs, buts, or maybes with that. Only issue with this team is it's kick, not rumble. That's the only problem. But apart from that, I think Bortoleto, his future is definitely high. And in terms of pure reliability and just to be nurtured and natured in his environment, he is quite blessed because unlike Kimi and Hajar, they're in pressure environments. Like look at Kimi today. Kimi today in the last 2 days. I don't know how much we've spoken about it on this show. He didn't
take bullshit. You're right. So Total Wolf doesn't take no bullshit. So you're right on that.
Yeah, so exactly. Total Wolf takes no bullshit, but not just that. Mercedes, if you come to Mercedes, you're thought of to be competing immediately from the get-go.
Yeah.
That's what you have to do. And especially next season, if they're going to stick with George and Kimi, which I think what all the signs indicate that's going to be the case, Kimi will be thrown in the deep end. And he's not going to be thrown in the deep end. He's going to be thrown in the Mariana Trench. And I have no doubt that Kimi has the potential in him, but that pressure for a 19-year-old kid is going to be unimaginable. It might even surpass the pressure Hamilton was on when he joined the sport. So good luck, Kimi Antonelli. Good luck, Hadjar. You're in volatile environments. But in terms of the three, as King said, I think they're so close in terms of ability, but Bortoleto might have the edge overall-wise.
Oh, and Bearman as well. I put him in that group.
Yeah. But still, amongst the bare men that you listed in that category, I'm still picking Bortoleto.
Bearman also has the comfortability because he pretty much when Lewis leaves, he's got that seat.
For his first race,
whoever leaves Ferrari, he's got that seat. I believe so.
He got P8 in his first ever race for Ferrari. So
yeah,
that just tells you he's ready to take it on.
They believe in him.
Yeah, but guys, it's not about how much they believe in him. It's how much can they actually put their money where their mouth is. Because Ferrari is another team that, yes, they obviously they have the capital, obviously they have the history, they have the heritage and the prestige. But at the same time, looking into the new regulations, all the Mercedes engine cars, Mercedes, McLaren, Williams, and Aston Martin with Honda, they are expected to be contenders. And Ferrari, if Ferrari don't get it right, the Ferrari pressure is always going to be on you. If Bearman does not get the results, right? If he's not consistently getting on the podiums by season 1 or season 2, he might be removed from the sport. I mean, King, look what you're saying about Leclerc today. Like, I think Leclerc 110% deserves to be in the sport. But it's almost 7-8 years since Leclerc has been in the sport. No championships competed for. And he's gotten race wins. He's proven to be one of the best qualifiers, if not the best qualifier in the grid. And you're still saying that, hey, maybe he shouldn't be in the sport. So Ferrari, it's...
No. I'm just saying he shouldn't be in Ferrari. The sport, who knows? But, yeah. Listen, I'm going to be real. Like, I ain't got time, like... The drivers are getting younger and younger. We ain't got time to wait. Leclerc, Russell, Norris, you got to show up now. You got to show up sooner rather than later because Bearman's coming, Hadjar's coming, Kimi's coming. There are better drivers coming around the corner. And I'm not even going to even talk about the guys in F2 as well. So there's only limited seats. and there's been times where you think, oh, these guys aren't going to go. Look what happened to Vettel. Look what happened to Ricardo. Look what happened to Perez. Doesn't matter what your name is. There'll be a point in time where they say, you know what, let's try something different. And as you said, the pressure in Ferrari is they need to win. And if you're not helping them win, they could get rid of both drivers if they wanted to. Easily. Ferrari can do that.
Dude, Ferrari is crucifixion season. You're going to get crucified by the supporters. That will translate onto the staff. And with the sponsorships there and the pressure that's there, even if you don't have the car, that's not going to matter. They're going to expect you to be not a miracle worker, a messiah, Michael Schumacher level. So, that's why I think Ferrari
next season's going to be a big season. Next season's going to be a big season for these rookies and for these mid-level drivers. The Norrises, the Russells,
If Ferrari can compete next year, blow it up. I don't give a shit no more. Like, it's time to just blow it up.
Nuke the project, nuke the stuff. Hiroshima.
Yeah, exactly. You might as well clear out and start all over again. Because what's the point if you bring in Lewis Hamilton for 2 years and you're not ready to compete in the second year? Jog on, man. Lewis Hamilton's here to win. It ain't no time to waste. If Ferrari gonna waste more time next year and not compete again, you might as well just jog on.
Kevin, I think there's a problem with that. Are you sure they're quick enough to jog on?
True. they might not be
yeah, I'm cracking. I've never seen King laugh.
I gotta say it. Jog on, Bonito.
Oh,
smooth operator, Kevin Narula.
Hey, bring him back, man. Fucking hell. All the rookies have high potential. This is the strongest rookie lineup since Norris, Russell, and Albon, possibly. Agreed. I mean, they're all pretty like close to each other in terms of like, the levels and everything. Fair enough. I'm waiting for the day that Gabriel goes back to McLaren that he has. But yeah, Alex done to worry. But I think Gastier answered that one already. But Oscar and Lando ain't going anytime soon. No, I agree. Oscar and Lando won't go anytime soon. I agree. I don't think they're gonna go anywhere anytime soon. I think it's gonna be them two for a while. Kimi's doing well with the least experience. F4 to Freca, skipped F3 and went to F2. Then after F2, he's driving in a Mercedes rookie season. Yep, that's why I gotta give Kimi credit where it's due, because Kimi's done very, very well to start the year. He's done very, very well. Obviously, he had a bad weekend. It's not entirely, it's not always gonna have a great weekend every single week. He's a rookie at the end of the day. He's gonna learn from it, but still, I think give him maybe next week he'll bounce back. Hopefully next week he bounces back, because Kimi is a great driver. I really like Kimi, but I don't know, man. I just hope he bounces back next week, man. Why did Kimi fall off after this DNF in Emilia Romagna? I think it's confidence. But I think he'll pick it up. I think it's the confidence. He at the end of the day, rookies they're always gonna be on and off in terms of obviously the way they drive, but I reckon he'll bounce back soon. He'll definitely
I don't think it's a confidence thing. I think it's the Max Verstappen thing. I think the rumors of Max Verstappen to Mercedes, if I'm Kimi, that's in my head. My seat's gonna be taken. Because if people led to believe that Toto like prefers George to Kimi, let's say if that's true, or if he'd rather have a George Max than Kimi Max, would Kimi be in his head about the Max Verstappen? Is he believing that maybe he could get taken from his Mercedes seat, and that would affect his driving? Because I feel like when it comes to the nature of the sport, having that Max Verstappen looming over your head over the Mercedes as a person that could potentially go there, you can feel that, especially if you're younger. George has been in the sport for a long time, so he's more relaxed with it. But Kimi's young.
But at the same time, what I would add to that is we've known what Niki Lauda and Toto Wolff's wet dream is since the inception, when they became Mercedes managers, or when Niki Lauda was there. Rest in peace, legend, one of the greatest drivers ever. Toto Wolff's wet dream pairing is Max Verstappen and Kimi Antonelli. And King, I understand when you talk about pressure. Let's just hypothetically, let's assume you're right, that it will be Max and George, even though I don't think that's the case. If that is the case, I know Gazzetta dello Sport said that Kimi would go to Alpine. So Kimi's seat in the sport is all but safe either way. And I don't know whether that be weighing on his mind. I think it's frankly just the pressure of being at Mercedes and the uncertainty with the machinery at the moment. Kimi's going to be safe either way. Toto and him have an almost unbreakable bond. They're impenetrable, their bond. I think they will be fine. If anyone's going to be replaced, it's the man who hasn't signed the contract yet, and his contract is up in about 6 months. So that would be the guy. But I think Kimi's here to stay for the long term. He is Mercedes' end goal after George or Max. Kimi is the man to take over. And Kimi will be fine. Everyone in that paddock treats him like a kid, which he is their son. He's their blood son.
Yeah. I was just putting that out there as maybe a reason. Because
McLaren
those
should,
rumors came around the same time.
McLaren should be looking at Gabriel, Alex Dunn, Lando isn't that guy. I wouldn't say that if I wouldn't say that.
Yeah, 100% they should. 100% they should be.
Wait, did you say Lando isn't that guy?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he isn't. He isn't.
So if you guys were in Zach Brown's position, if you were in Andrea Stella's position,
I disagree.
guys, next season, would you swap Lando for Alex Dunn?
No.
Yes.
I think Lando's doing well right
Really?
now.
Yes.
I wouldn't.
Even though that McLaren is far and away in a league of its own, the number one machinery, you would make
It might not be the number one machinery next year. So I would put the best drivers in the car.
I think it could be.
So you would say Alex Dunn, who's not been in Formula One, is better than Lando Norris still with the experience in that car, with the ability he has today?
I would rather have Piastri as the experience and then put Alex Dunn in the car.
Piastri's not experienced though. This is only his first best year. It's hard. Like
he's been there for 3 years and he's an F2 champion. He's got enough experience.
No,
It's getting younger and younger, and I'll be honest, Lando for me.
But how old is Lando Norris though? He's still in his early 20s, no?
Yeah, he's still young himself. He cares more about other stuff than Formula One. I'll be honest.
Guys, I'm not sure. I think there's a lot of sensationalism and hyperbole with Lando Norris. He's only 10, 15 points behind Oscar in the championship. In terms of pure pace, peak pace, he's quicker than Oscar. His raw pace is quicker than Oscar. The only reason Oscar Piastri is number one in the championship, and it's a big reason, by the way, it's composure, it's mentality, and reliability. That's it, because Oscar is just more consistent across, and he's the definition of a cool guy, cool, calm, collected head. Lando, on the other hand, pressure is, oh no, Lando is Eckerman's age. Yes, that's so old. He's a grandpa. I didn't know that. I'm kidding. So I wouldn't disrupt that dynamic at all. I mean,
show that picture with your beard first, then talk.
Can I add?
Don't talk shit about Lando. Yeah, buddy.
Can I add something? Realistically, McLaren's going to stay the same next year.
So quickly, so make sure you guys get your points out. Sorry, I need to wrap up.
Realistically, McLaren's going to stay the same because of Zach Brown. But if I was in charge of McLaren, I'd move on Lando. If I saw potential in Alex Dunn in F2, but it would see what he does in the F2 season. If Alex Dunn shows the potential to be that top driver, I'm taking Lando out rather than Oscar. And I'm not here for sentiment. I don't care.
Yeah, but
that.
All I would say is, and I agree with you. You know me. We all know each other. We're all about standards and success, right? The currency of success is points, is championships. Context is key, but at the end of the day, that's the be all and end all. With Lando, I don't think his results are nearly remotely as bad as the press make them out to be. I think
they're not bad, but I just think, for me personally, I think Oscar wins the championship. I think Lando fails again, and if he fails again, I'm just trying to look for the future. I'm looking at the next 5 years, not the next year. So
yeah, but I think Lando Norris got the next 5 year locked in, bro. In my opinion, he's got it locked in. He's definitely going to be the top driver in the next 5 years. He could, bro. McLaren doesn't even have to win the Constructors' Championship. He is going to be up there in terms of competing with the Drivers' Championship for sure. He's definitely up there. McLaren have cemented themselves already in the F1 stage. Now they're going to improve even a lot more next year. Lando Norris is going to be the best driver next year, possibly. He's
No,
probably gonna
we won't be. He won't be the best driver next year because he's not the best driver in his own car.
I
But
think objectively, he's the best driver in his own car.
he can
He is a
easily be the best driver. He
Oh.
has the raw pace in him, and he's shown it. Like, look what he did during the
Yeah,
Austria
maybe
back
just
to
had a
back.
slow start.
He dunked 6/10 on Oscar Piastri in the exact
Yep.
same machinery, in the exact same package. He went to his home race. He put in a very calm, classy championship drive back to back to back. So
Yeah.
I think Lando has it in him. And throughout the first 2 years, he has been the better driver than Oscar. Granted, obviously Oscar was a rookie, but still there was some gap. And
Yeah.
even you look at 2020 guys, and 2021, Lando was the only one alongside Max who was challenging that peak Mercedes masterclass over the grid. So I think with Lando, let's see what happens this season. I agree with you, King. And if he does falter even more and trajectory goes down, just like we did a few seconds ago,
Let's ask this man right here what he thinks of McLaren, because he's the McLaren fan.
Is he sober?
I need you to give your point, please, about Lando, because I disagree. I'm sorry, King, I disagree with you on this one, man.
What do you disagree on about Lando? What's your issue with Lando?
The question is, hey, Liam, the question is, obviously you're team principal of McLaren. You're the McLaren representative on this panel here. Would you swap out Lando Norris for Alex Dunn if you could?
Well, that's a nice joke. I don't think that's going to be in our place, in our position to do that, since we know that Lando has been with us for a couple of years. He's going to continue to outperform and provide for the team. So to be honest, this lineup that McLaren has been the best lineup I've seen so far. But if they change it, I mean, that better be 2028, 2029 if Lando's still with McLaren, unless he decides to go to another team. But he's too good for the team. He's too good for them, and he doesn't want to go away from the team. And I don't think Zach Brown wants to lose Lando Norris anytime soon. Unless someone offers more money, that's of course he's going to go for it. But I don't think they're going anytime soon. They're going to stay as a team lineup for the rest of the season, probably until 2028, hopefully.
I'm going to get to the comments, guys. Yeah. I'm going to close out. I guess you want to say something though, right?
No, please, you can answer the comments. But I was going to say, I think I might have to change my opinion here. I'm agreeing with this guy. I'm agreeing with this deluded guy. King, I might be
deluded guy with your receding hairline looking guy. Come on, don't give me that.
You know what? Can I say something? The only reason you keep Lando, Charles, or George in those teams is for sentimental reasons. It's not logical reasons. Logical, Oscar's on the way up. Lando is either stagnating or the way down. So why wait for that to happen when you can make the decision straight away? That's what Red Bull would do. I don't have time for guys that are emotional, that aren't elite mentality monsters, and those guys aren't. And I said the Ferrari guy, I said Charles, I said George from Mercedes, I said Lando. They're not mentality monsters. I've seen over the last couple of years, he's gonna finish second again, ole ole. He's the Arsenal of McLaren. So Oscar's gonna win the championship. Lando is a bum. And yeah, man, move on from him. Sooner rather than later.
I respectfully disagree. Lando is not a bum. Lando is not a bum.
If you ain't a winner, you're a bum.
Oh my Lord.
He just won the last races.
He won McLaren their first championship.
I'm all about real chips, not.
Yes, did we not see what he did?
Chips over races.
They're gonna sweep it this year. They're gonna win the.
But
also, and Oscar's winning shit.
Guys, he is a bottler at times. But look at Abu Dhabi last year, Ekevin. Remember Abu Dhabi? Oscar Piastri got bummed out, literally ditched out by Max Verstappen. Lando Norris had to win that race. If he doesn't win that race, McLaren lose a bucket load of money, and they're out of the Constructors' Championship picture. What does Lando do? He consolidates pole and converts it into race victory and championship victory. I think Lando has it in him. He just needs to work on his mental side, and that's the most important part, of course. But in terms of pure ability, man, and if we put every driver at their peak, I can't think of 3 to 4 drivers today that are better than Lando Norris at peak.
I definitely
peak pace, King. I'm not talking about overall peak pace.
Oh yeah, pace definitely. I can.
Who today? This day, July.
You said peak pace.
Last
yeah.
points.
Yeah, definitely.
close out. Yeah.
There's multiple guys that are ahead of him in peak pace.
So today, obviously, Max peak pace ahead of him.
Yeah,
But after Max, who else would you say is
Max,
comfortably
Charles,
ahead
Oscar.
I agree with Charles. I agree with Charles.
of him?
Yes.
Peak Oscar over peak Lando.
Yes, for me.
I wouldn't say
Really?
Oscar. I agree.
Yeah.
I agree with Charles though. I agree with Charles.
Oscar's been better for most of the qualifying.
No, but usually Lando has made a mistake here and there.
How about Lewis?
Most
How
of
about
Lando's
That's
second-
that's
How about Lewis
that's
Hamilton?
that's the problem. He makes too many mistakes.
Yeah, but King, I agree if we're talking overall performance this season, but I said peak, operative word peak, not pure package. That's why
I'm expecting Piastri to get the best out of the car more often than
I'm picking this
Lando
up.
this year.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. I mean, Lando just has to minimize his mistakes, and that's a big thing. But he has it in him, and he's shown it through spells throughout his time at McLaren, just like the
Yeah,
last.
but
2
he's
weeks.
he is SAWFT soft, and
S-
that's the problem.
Oh, not S-A.
No, it's SAWFT soft. That's what he
Actually,
is.
You need to head back to
Yeah.
school.
Anyways,
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
anyways, guys, I'm gonna get to the
Ah.
comments because I do want to close out because obviously I do have an early morning.
I'm like Horner. You know, I want winners, losers.
No,
Get
you
rid.
want bums. You want bums to your team.
Uh,
You
King,
want
you're
no,
like
no.
Christian Horner. I didn't know
I'm
you had
good.
that. I didn't know you had that side in you.
Oh my
Kai
god!
says-
Whoa!
I have a feeling Bortoleto will be out of F1 first due to the car and limited seats next season. It's
Yes,
make or break for
please,
Gabriel.
please get rid of Bortoleto, please.
Alonso is
Why?
Gabby's. I mean, I'm gonna talk about just quickly wrap up on what's
These
it called
rookies,
on Aston Martin for a bit. These rookies are all very good. Don't get me wrong. No, they are very good. But they'll need time to gel. Obviously, Lawson is good in my opinion. Even though Hadjar's beating his RS confidence can knock someone's performances. He might be out of F1 after 2026. I think Liam Lawson. I think that's hard. I think that's harsh. I think Liam Lawson has a lot to prove still. I think that's harsh. I'll be real.
Liam, what do you think of that? They're saying
Yeah, I guess I'm a pretty good driver in F1.
Oh no,
Yeah.
Lawson's gone. Lawson's gone next year.
Oh,
You think so? You think he's gone?
Yes, he's
you
gone.
know who's gonna
why
replace
would you have a driver for one season and then say bye bye? We'll never see you again. Come on, that's just
Ekevin? You know who's replacing Lawson next year?
Latifi.
7-Eleven.
Oh, God, please no, please no,
I'm joking.
please. No.
I'm just saying 7-Eleven is better. More changes.
Lawson's gone. They're gonna get a younger driver next. They're gonna get. I think Racing Bulls are gonna get 2 new drivers next year,
Who could it be?
That's
though?
it.
or they move Yuki back down to Racing Bulls.
Hey, 7-Eleven's better for capital, better
Nah.
for reach, better
Nah.
for revenue. Change 7-Eleven beats Lawson.
Nah. Don't disrespect Family Mart, man. Family Mart, bro.
Oh, but Josh.
Family Mart.
No, but
Raphael-
7-Eleven on top.
Oh, Rafael Kamara and F3's Ferrari journey coming well. He's definitely
Jesus.
well. Hopefully, Ferrari have a good driver in their hands in the future. I want to see that. Alex Dunn will be in F1 too. Well, it depends which seat. I don't know which car he'll drive for come the next
It'll be
year.
in Lando's seat.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
I'm sorry. Sporting predictions. All right, we're gonna get to that right now. So we get to the comments. Hulk, Ocon, Albon are all lucky to be in F1 when they had a year out. Not many drivers have second chances, even though they all should have never been out of F1.
Yeah, it happens.
Yeah, they had a year out. Alex Albon was like out for like a year. I think last year he didn't race last year. I don't remember racing last year. I remember when George was the next big thing. The hype has slowed down. No, I think George Russell still got it, but I think racing for Mercedes right now they don't have the pace compared to McLaren, Ferrari, or Red Bull. I think Red Bull is still slightly better. Max's car at least is still better than George Russell's. But I think when George leaves, there's a good chance he could go to like a maybe, who knows, maybe Aston Martin might want him next year, depending on how they do. Depending on who they get. If they get Max, then George could be gone to somewhere else. Who knows? So I think George might leave Mercedes next year. There's a good chance he does leave. Norris marriage. Yep. McLarens have probably the best driver lineup, so I don't see him changing it. I agreed with this 100%. Agree with this 100%. I don't see a reason why they should change it up and that it's not broke. Piastri's even when he wants to be. I mean, this season he's hit the ground running from the get go. I think from race one he's been on top. So yeah,
I'm sure he's finishing on top.
Oh my God, you're gooning right now. You're literally
What
gooning.
is wrong with you, bro?
What is wrong with you, Bajaj?
Guys,
You keep
I just said
gooning,
finishing on
man.
top. You guys' minds go crazy.
It's an F1 podcast
Please,
pod, bro. It's not the gooning pod.
Nah,
What
it's
is
the
it?
F1 podcast. Fuck that. It's the F1 podcast. Are we fucking?
Oh
What
my
fucking doing here?
Yeah.
God.
Also, McLaren
But
don't
yeah.
have the best lineup.
But yeah, Piastri has hit the ground running from the get go this season. So I think he wants to beat him every single weekend.
Hold up. Key, is this a burner account? Are you Fernando Alonso? Because this Bortoleto propaganda here is amazing, by the way. I'm loving it. I'm loving every
I'm gonna lie, if I was McLaren, I'd do that. That'd be perfect.
Yeah, it actually wouldn't be bad.
If I had it my way, I'd replace Lando with Bortoleto. Nah,
I know.
I wouldn't.
I would do that. 10 out of 10. That's a
Lando-
10 out of 10
Lando's
transfer.
not a bump. The Tifosi calls Liam Kimi Raikkonen.
Oh my God! Ever since you said Kimi Räikkönen, bro. Oh my. Fuck's sake.
There's nothing wrong with Kimi. The last
I had
Ferrari.
a sore throat,
Liam-
man, and now I'm Kimi
Liam-
Räikkönen. It could be someone better, but you decided to go
Kimi
Kimi.
Raikkonen. Kimi Raikkonen.
Guys, no. Fucking Megamind is better than that, bro.
You say Megamind once more, I swear, bro. You're done.
Ooh,
Phrase of
shiver
the
me.
day.
I'm
If you're not
terrified.
a winner, you're a bum. Well said, King.
Kook.
Kai's on your side, King. Phrase of the day.
Come on, Mick Schumacher, come back to F1, please. We miss you, buddy.
Nah. Bring him back, man. Bring him back, bro. Come on, bring him back.
He's never coming back. He's not good enough.
Oh, come on.
The only reason he got a spot in the first place because of the name. But once they realized he wasn't good, he was out. He's out of there.
Anyways, lads, before we do predictions, make sure you guys slap the likes. Let's get the likes to 15 likes. Sub to both Liam and King's channels. Link will be in the description of the video. It could fit in the title because the title is a bit too long for me to add the link. But you guys can go and sub. It's in the description. And also, let's get this channel to 400 subs by the end of July if you can. God knows how many days are left of July. But listen, well, let's get a 400. Let's get a 400 subs, guys. Come on, 400 subs. Alonso, I'm not sure if I missed any comments. Alonso is Gabby's manager. Let me just get to the comments from the very start first before I miss anything. I should quickly have a look. Apologies, people. What are you doing? What are you doing, Liam? What's wrong with this guy, man?
Everything, Ekavin.
Oh, come on. Why do you have to downplay me like that, bro?
I'm up playing you, bro. That's not even a
What?
word.
What is going on, guys?
Welcome to Ekavin's channel, everybody, where you have banter
What's
and
going on,
jokes all
guys?
the time.
What's going on, guys?
God.
3 people with humor and 1 banjo in the bottom. I'm kidding.
No. Look what you said in the private chat. I gotta see you're wrong. Wait, don't ever say that again.
Yo, Bajaj. Oh my God. Yo.
That wasn't me, man. I'm just relaying what the messenger. Don't shoot the messenger. Shoot the message.
Oh my God, you boggle kutia, bro. I swear. What is this shit?
Yo, Ekavin said it, and then he changed his sentence
Oh
midway.
my days, man!
Now Ekavin saw it.
You said it, but you changed his sentence midway. Like, come on.
I had to scroll up to see his last name, and I just clocked it. Oh my days! I gotta
Yes,
say,
sir.
you are nasty. I gotta say, you are nasty, bro. You are.
Bro, no, you. Hey, nah. I don't take that because you said it here. It wasn't me.
He did not say it like that. You
Yeah,
said
I-
it. Don't.
mob
Oh
boss.
my God, bro.
Not
What
boast
is
your
this?
comment earlier on India down by 209 runs. I don't care about cricket right now. This is fucking F1, bro. This is
Such
F1.
a traitor. Treason is traitor.
This is not cricket, but anyways, Liam the McLaren fan lost, and
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Well,
Facts.
well said. Fair play.
others Kimi Räikkönen, Liam, and viewing.
Others. Yeah, let him mute, bro.
Anyways, guys,
He's a superlative to a cat. That's what he's doing. That's why he's mewing.
all of our channels. Let's do predictions for once more. And let me just quickly add, what a horrible week it's been for Aston Martin. By the way, both out in Q1. Both out in Q1. Alonso and his teammate out, man. Sad. because you want to see Alonso. Because Alonso's been having a decent season for his car as well. He's been having a really good season. It's a shame to see him get eliminated that early, man. Shame to see him eliminated. But anyways, podium predictions. Top three, and outsider. I'll actually go first on this one. I had Max Verstappen as my number one earlier, but that's changed. It's gonna be.
What do you mean, you, bro?
Well, Kimi Räikkönen number one.
Come on, my predictions were right. My predictions were right. Max, Piastri, and Norris.
Okay. So you
I literally
Max
changed
will,
my predictions when I saw lap before.
So you think Max will win the race?
No, that was for sprint. For the actual race, it's probably going to be Max, Piastri, Norris, Leclerc, and George Russell.
Liam got his prediction correct. I think Liam said Max, Oscar, and Lando.
Norris. Yes, thank you, Akavin. See,
No,
I think
yes, sir.
I think Augusti and Liam were both correct on that.
Yes, sir. Let's go, but
this is fake news. This is rigged. Liam said it would be a McLaren 1 and 2. That didn't happen.
No, I never said that. I said it would
Yes,
be Red Bull,
all
then
you know what?
then
I'm gonna go
McLaren
back
2
and
and
watch
No.
it. Whoever
I have the
got
receipts.
that
Yes.
correct.
None of us got our predictions correct. King was the only one who got the
Big up
correct
to you.
winner.
I got the prediction correct as well. Come on.
Big up to you, Kai.
No,
Every single-
I mean, I had the podium correct. I was the only one
No,
that had
you
the
did not.
podium.
You're not
I'll definitely get you onto Falcion for show if you guys would like sometime soon. But anyway,
Add Tifosi to the next stream, bro.
I don't think anyone got the predictions correct, to be honest with you, because I
King
said
got the
Lando.
winner. I got the podium. He got the winner.
No.
We're gonna go with King got his sprint race winner correct. He said Max.
Yeah, I was a bit out there with the Charles at second. I'm gonna lie to you. That was more hopium than
Well,
copium.
he was on track to get.
That was hopium copium. I'm gonna lie to you.
No pun intended. He was on track to getting it. But listen, we're gonna get anyways. Predictions. Oh, Liam shut his camera. Anyway, I'm gonna go Oscar, Lando, Max. Oscar, Lando, Max. That's my top three.
Yeah. If it mixed conditions, Lando, Oscar, and Max. If it's dry,
actually, you know what? No. Charles number three.
Oh.
But if it's dry, I'm gonna go with.
Sorry, go on. It's okay.
I'm gonna go with Oscar, Lando, and Max if it's dry, and if it's wet.
Oh yes, true. We did make two predictions. You're right. Yes. I just think Ferrari are better on the wets as well compared to Max. I think last time Max Verstappen had an issue with his car during the race, in the wet race, if I'm not mistaken. In Silverstone. He dropped all the way down to P10.
That's a great point. His downforce setup wasn't
set up. Yeah, exactly.
Right package for the wet. So yes, that's true. If it does rain, Max will be hurt quite a bit. That's a great point here, Akavin. But I do, guys. I know we're wrapping up the stream, but I gotta go right now.
Prediction and outsider. Top three outsider.
Oscar, Lando, Max. If there is no rain, and the outsider will be Leclerc. I know that's so boring, but I have to do it. And then if it rains, I have Lando and Oscar switch. Lando will win rain. Oscar win dry.
And then third and fourth outsider.
It will be Max. If it doesn't, it'll be Max.
Oof,
and then outsider Charles Leclerc. Okay. Cool.
Yes,
cool,
sir.
Cool.
Cool. Great stream, guys. Everyone in the chat, loved it. See you guys soon. Hopefully, see you guys tomorrow. Hopefully,
Liam,
for the race review.
Predictions, Liam.
For the dry race, I'm gonna say Oscar Piastri, Lando Norris, Max, Leclerc, and I'm gonna have faith in Kimi Antonelli this time. But for the wet race, I'm gonna say Leclerc, Piastri, Norris, Verstappen, and.
You think Leclerc's winning the race?
I have a good feeling in Leclerc in the wets. I don't know, but I feel like you saw how he did in qualifying. He has more. I don't know why, but I've noticed that Leclerc's car had less technical issues in qualifying compared to Lewis Hamilton. I don't know if you paid close attention. He didn't complain whatsoever about the car, nor did he get lap time deleted. Come on. Maybe it might be a contradiction. Maybe they're doing that on purpose to prioritize Leclerc, or maybe it's just the car issue.
And your outsider for the wet race? Outsider
I would say Ollie Behrman and Pierre Gasly.
in terms of podium.
No, in terms of like top 10.
No. Just top 3 and outsider. That's it. Like
Top probably.
outsider is an outsider chance to get into the podium or win the race from the outside of the top.
Outsider of the podium, I would say Pierre Gasly,
Max.
Ocon, and Behrman.
Max.
Max on the podium if it's a wet race.
No, so just your top 3 and your outsider to make podium. Like for example, the one driver you see making like a dark horse.
Oh, Max Verstappen, clearly.
Okay, King.
If it's dry, if it's a dry race, Oscar, Max, Charles. If it's a wet race, Max, Oscar,
You
Kimi.
hate Lando Norris. You hate him.
What is it with you and Lando Norris? Leave the man
You
alone.
hate
Come
him,
on, he's
bro.
not a bum.
He's getting second tomorrow.
Yeah, that's right. Cry more.
Oh, this guy.
Yeah, man, cry like Lando. Anyway, as I said, no, on a real, no, my real thing is if it's dry, Oscar, Max, Lando. If it's wet, Max, Oscar, Kimi, Antonelli.
And your outsider for both?
Outsider in dry, Albon. Outsider in wet, Lewis.
Sorry, say that again. Who was your outsider again just now?
Dry, Albon. In wet, Lewis.
Okay.
I have Kimi finishing third
Lewis.
if it's a wet race.
I don't see Lewis making it into the top 10. I'm sorry, I just don't. I don't think he's good enough for this weekend. All right,
You may not believe, but I do.
I'm gonna give my
4-4, baby.
I'm gonna give my predictions again. I hope you're right. By the way, I'm gonna give my predictions. Ways. Oscar, Lando, Charles, outsider Max, dry race, wet race. Honestly, same. I'm gonna stick with the same. Maybe I might switch it up in terms of maybe Max will make the top 2, and I think Oscar and I think maybe Charles and Lando will fight up for third. So that's my top 3. So that's my top. I agree. I don't think Norris will get podium tomorrow. I don't know why. Fair enough. I mean, everyone has a prediction. What's your prediction, by the way? What are your predictions in the chat, people? By the way, predictions in the chat. Would love an Albon outsider. Yeah, I would love that too. An Albon outsider since you finished P5. Listen, I'm all for it. But what's your predictions, people in the chat? And make sure you guys slap in the likes as well. Let's get to 10 likes. Hit subscribe to both Kings and Liam's channel. Links in the description. Let's get the channel to 370 subs. And yeah, leave your predictions and we're going to close out. But guys, Liam, I gotta say we're coming up, bro. I gotta say, Liam, fucking hell. Sorry, I'm so tired. I'm not
Yeah,
tired.
same.
I just need to go to sleep, man. I got an early morning. Liam, tomorrow I'll see you on the show. Yeah, around the same time.
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, I can
Actually,
do
no, sorry, we can't do the same time because King has the Euro final, women's Euro final. So we'll do it afterwards.
that. Oh, okay.
But King, we got coming up, bro. Aside from obviously our show, so like I mentioned, the Euro final. Anything else before?
Oh yeah. I'm gonna do the Formula One watch along and then the Euro final watch along. African King Academy,
Combine it.
AK Academy 93. No, I'll do it separately. I'll keep them separate. Formula One first, the women's after. Depends depends when the Formula One finishes. If it finishes in time, I'll get a little break in between. If not, I'll just go straight on. But yeah, Formula One watch along, women's watch along for the final, England versus Spain, and yeah,
Max, Charles, Albon. Okay.
Damn.
Dry, Piastri, Lando, Max, outsider George, and in the wet Piastri, Max, Hamilton, outsider. Okay.
Damn.
Lewis Hamilton did do well in the wet race last time. I mean, he did. Well, unfortunately, obviously fell short to Nico Hulkenberg, but that was about it. You'd have got P3, but listen, can't really do much.
Watch out for Kimi in the wet as well. He's been good in the wet as well. Watch out for Kimi.
I don't know though. I just think Kimi this weekend. I don't think he has it this weekend. Maybe next weekend he'll do. I trust me. I'm a huge fan of Kimi. I think Kimi will do well. I just don't think this week is his week. Ferrari just kicked in, bro. Trust me, we'll do anything for that's happened this year, man. We need the Delulu, man. Next year, we'll see.
No, Ferrari's not going to be on the. Ferrari's not going to be in the podium.
We'll keep an eye out on the Ferrari for what do you call it, in the off season come December till March. We'll definitely keep an eye on Ferrari top and news. But guys, big up to everyone who's tuned in. Make sure you guys
Ferrari will get a P4. That's the best we'll get.
Yeah.
Charles P3 just for me. I don't believe it, bro. I honestly, at this rate, bro, I genuinely, it doesn't matter anymore. Like, honestly, like this year is complete write-off now. Like, let's just see out the season. Let's just end it strong and move on to 2026, because this has been an absolutely horrendous year for Ferrari. Like, I think this year we don't expect anything no more. I reckon if Red Bull get their shit together, they'll finish above Ferrari. So listen, I ain't gonna.
They won't. They're fourth.
Yeah, well, Mercedes could as well. Mercedes could. You never know.
No, they've been poor as well.
But appreciate it, man. Anytime. We'll be back tomorrow. But I don't know what time. Might move it to Monday. Depends. We'll see. But guys, I'm out. We're out. Take care. Like, share, subscribe. Let's get to 370 subs. Sub to these two man's channels. Links in the description. And big up to Tifosi, big up to Kai, big up to Yash every single time.
Yeah. Lando's a loser.
Oh my God.
Forza Ferrari.